Mantis by Wunderhorse is played in drop D with a capo on the 2nd fret. So we're just dropping down that low E string to a D note and then popping the capo on the 2nd fret. We're going to start this riff off with like a first finger bar on the 2nd fret relative to capo on the D, G and B strings. We're going to pick A, D, B, G, down, up, down, up. Then we'll add the 2nd finger to the 3rd fret of the D string and then pick the low E string. So 1 and 2 and 3rd fret, low E, and then B, G, that's the main riff for quite a lot of the song. And then we go into a little variation where we start off the same way. We pick A, D, B, G, and then we go to 5th fret on the D and pick A open. So little strum on the 2nd fret of the D, of the G and B strings. And then back to the 5th fret on the D string. Then we go down to the 4th fret on the D string, low E. This time we're strumming across the B and high E strings, picking the G. Back to the 4th fret on the D, low E, B, G. So then we're going to start off in a similar way, low E, 4th fret on the D, high E string and B string on the 2nd fret, back to the low E. So then we're going to play low E again while we change shape to like a D sus2 chord, and we've got 2nd fret on the G, 3 on the B and high E string open as a little strum, and then to the G string again. So slowly, strum, bass, bass to high, and then back through the main riff. And the variation part there. On the studio version of this song, there's a little variation that comes in around 58 seconds. It starts off in a similar way to the other parts, so the little A bar chord shape relative to capo, we're picking A, D, and then a little strum down 5, 2, 2 on the D, G, and B. And then we're going to pick the A string again, swap to that kind of little chord from before, 3 on the B, E open, 3, open there again on the D, on the G, and then 4th fret on the D, open E. Little strum across 4, 2, 3. This is like a D shape, but with relative to capo, it's an E. So slowly the little chord run. Then we're going to pick G, D, open E, chord strum on the D, G, and B, and the low E. So we have strum, 3, open, 4, little chord. We've got this little walk down, 2nd finger, 2nd fret on the low E, 3rd finger, 2nd fret on the D, and then 1, 2 on the G with the 1st and pinky fingers. Low E, catching the high E and B open. Then we'll catch the 1st fret on the G, and we're coming up to this little run. Little hammer on, 2 to 4 on the E, 2 on the A, 4, 2 on the bar there on the G string. And then we're going to kind of angle the bar so we're hitting the B at the 3rd fret and the high E string open. Then we'll pick B, strum the B, E and G strings as well, back to the B. We've got a little chord run. 2, 2, 1, 2nd finger, 2nd fret the low E, 3rd finger, 2nd fret of the D, and 1st finger, 1st fret of the G string. Up to 4, 4 and 2, 3rd finger, 4th fret of the low E, pinky, 4th fret of the D, and 1st finger, 2nd fret of the G. Move the shape up 2 frets to 6, 6 and 4, same fingers. Then catch the high E string, so that. Then we go back through the riff as normal. And the whole second part there sounds like this. There's also a mid-8 part in the song that comes in around the 2-minute mark in the song. It starts off in the same way with this kind of A bar chord relative to capo. We're going to pick A, D, B, A, G, A, down to the first fret there on the G, and then the open D string. So then we'll pick E open, D open, 2nd fret on the B, back to the low E, and then we're going to play the E and B, and slide up and down, up, down, up, down. So we've got we'll play this 3 times. We're then going to play open E, go into the 2nd fret, and we're going to play and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then down to the low E string open, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so coming out of there. And then we go into some chords. For the chords, we have that A bar chord shape, 1 and 2 and, so 4 strums. I'm strumming them all down. Then we're going to go to like a C sharp 7 chord relative to capo. It would be a D sharp 7 really. It's got 4, 3, 4, 2, 3rd finger, 4th fret of the A, 2nd finger, 3rd fret of the D, pinky, 4th fret of the G, and the 1st finger, 2nd fret there on the B string. 1 and 2 and, or 3 and 4 and, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we've got the A shape, 1 and 2 and dominant 7 shape. Then we're going to move up to 4, 4 and 2, 4 on the E with the 3rd finger, 4 on the D with the pinky, and the 1st finger there on the 2nd fret of the G. That A string is muted. Before we go to 4 on the D, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B with the 3rd, 1st and 2nd fingers, open E and A strings here. Same again, 3 and 4 and down, down, down. So the A, 1 and 2 and dominant chord, the lift up, and that kind of D shape relative to capo, it's an E. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we've got this part which is the same chords, 1 and stop, stop, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then the very last time we start with the A, dominant chord, then we move up to this shape, the 3rd chord in the kind of progression, and we go 4, 2, open, 3, 3, 2, open to finish the song. So single strum across that chord, got 4th fret on the D, 2nd fret on the G, open high E, 3rd fret, I play this with the 3rd finger there on the B string, and then 3 on the D, 2 on the G, open B. So we have the A, dominant shape, moving up, D shape, playing on repeat. The breaks. And the last time, A, the dominant shape, the little strum across the 3rd chord, and the picking pattern to finish. For more Wunderhorse guitar tutorials, please check out this link here. Thanks for watching, happy practicing, and take care.